Hey guys, this is Fergie with Media Unlocked. This is our Steadicam that we've built. This one's a little custom. We're going to show you guys how to build a little more simpler model. But if you're interested in this one, the custom model, stay tuned after the video and we'll show you how to do it. Our key component of this is 1-inch PVC pipe. We've already cut it, pre-cut the lengths. If you wanted to learn how to use the saw, we use a compound miter. You can also use a hacksaw. We have a tutorial. Just check it out. And we'll show you how to do it. We have a 12-inch piece, a 9.5-inch piece, a 3 1/4 piece, a 2.5-inch piece, and a 1.5-inch piece. You also need two 45-degree elbows. You need one T. You need one end cap. This is probably going to be your hardest piece to find. It's called a PVC adapter. It's just 1 inch to 1 inch. It's got an inside diameter here that the pipe will fit in, and then out here this T will actually thread onto it. You need two galvanized T's. They're also 1 inch. You can use black iron if that's all they have, but we just picked the galvanized because they had a full set of 4. You also need 4 galvanized plugs that will thread into here. They're also 1 inch. You need a 1/4-20 bolt and a nut. We picked a 2-inch length. You can change it however you want. Don't go much longer than 2.5 though, because it's going to be too unstable on top. You also need a power drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit. And you need PVC cement and cleaner. And I guess our next step is we're going to go ahead and do a dry fit to make sure all our pieces fit together, and then we'll show you how to cement everything together. All right, hey guys, our next step is to dry fit everything together. You want to start out with your T, and you take your 1.5-inch piece and put it on the bottom here. Make sure you guys don't skip this dry fit step. I know it seems tedious, but at the end, if you don't do it, one of these pieces might be cut wrong, and the glue's not forgiving. Once it sets, you only get one chance. Take your elbow and put it down on the bottom here. Take your 2.5-inch piece and put it in the front. Take your other elbow, put it here. Take your 3 1/4-inch piece and put it up top. And put your T on. Your end cap. Then you take the 12-inch piece and you put it on the back. And then you take your 9.5-inch piece and you put it on the front. Try and square everything up. Just press it down on a flat surface. And you take your adapters, pop those on the ends. And then just make sure that there's no burrs in these metal pieces on your T's here. Those all thread in there good. And then you just thread these on the ends. You don't have to get these super tight. Make sure not to over torque it, because this metal piece will crack the plastic PVC. That's probably good enough there. And then you just sit it up and turn these flush so it can sit flat. This just served as a rest, so you can actually sit the thing down so your hands aren't always tied up. Everything looks like it fits real good, so it's on to cement and primer. All right, after you've drilled your hole, sometimes the hole's a little bit tight. You can just go ahead and force these through with another drill. Just put a Phillips head bit on there and thread it right in. You just lock the nut on top. Keeps it from wobbling around. There you go. That's your base plate. And so for our next step, we need to go ahead and cement everything together. I've gone ahead and started here. You just start with a 2.5 inch piece right here. When you do this, make sure you apply a good amount of primer, just about like that. Let it dry. Just takes a few seconds. You put a lot of this on there. Try not to get too much though, because this doesn't have to be watertight or anything, and you don't want it running everywhere. If you want to paint this later, it's not going to paint very well. And you just push it in there. And if you don't put this primer on it, you won't be able to set this. As soon as you touch it, it's just going to stick. And there you go. I guess for your final step, you just need to make sure that these are level so it doesn't rock back and forth. Just make it steady. You can still rotate these. Don't put any glue on the threads down here so you can actually set it level. That way, if you want to adjust weights later, you can take it on and off. And that's it. So here's the finished product. If you want to take it a step further, you can paint it. Just be sure to get the high temp paint so it doesn't peel off. Before you actually use it though, you hold it like this. Before you actually use it, you need to balance it. This one is pretty close. You just grab this fulcrum here and you balance it. See how it's not leaning forward or backward? It's pretty good. If it was to lean either way, if you had a different lens on it or something, these little weights can come out right here, and that really throws it off.
Hey guys, I'm David with Media Unlocked, and I'd like to thank Fergie for taking the time out of his day to help us out with this Steadicam build. It was a lot of fun. There's a few people on the internet that had made this build, but no one's actually done a review on it, nor have they actually shown you how to build it. So as you guys saw, we show you guys how to build this. We will be doing a review here in the near future, actually showing you some actual footage of us shooting with it. On top of that, this Steadicam right here, minus the camera, we're going to be giving it away again. We're going to be doing another giveaway, so stay tuned for a video on that. Now, as far as the giveaway, I'd love some ideas for a contest. How should I run this contest this time around? Should I make it subscriber based for all my subscribers, so that only you guys can win it, just because it's all the time and comments and everything you guys have given me, or should I leave this open for all of YouTube again? And then how should I do it basing on those two things? So leave comments, send me messages. Check us out on Facebook or Twitter at David D Images. And you can leave comments or messages there as well and let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to be giving you guys another one of these. We are going to paint this so it will be black when we actually give it away. Then we have the one that we made, the custom one that Fergie kind of thought up, because Fergie did some great job with figuring out the weight system, because that was the hardest thing, was to figure out how we could make this, the weight work, and actually be able to do a counterbalance and stuff like that to make the camera fit on the Steadicam right and have a nice smooth video. So if you want to stay tuned for after our outro, we're going to kind of just explain a few things that Fergie did to this one that he didn't do to this one. One of the major things is he added a tripod mount on the top of it, so the camera sits a lot more comfortably and you get a little bit steadier shot with it. So anyways, stay tuned for after the outro, and we'll go over our custom-made Steadicam. And if you guys have any questions or messages, you guys know, leave them down below or send them to me. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm David with Media Unlocked.
The only real major difference on our custom Steadicam was the tripod head on top. This was just an old tripod head off of a real cheap tripod you could probably pick up at Walmart. We didn't really incorporate this into the build because every little tripod head is going to be different. We looked at 2 or 3 different ones. Some are metal, some are plastic. This one actually had a metal core in it with a plastic sheathing on the outside. You still have these functions you can still adjust. The reason we like the tripod head better is because when you got your hands full and you want to sit the thing down, it can actually function as a tripod, not just a Steadicam. All I did was, since this one had a metal core, I had to pick a glue that would stick to plastic and metal, so I just picked an all-purpose cement, kind of like JB Weld, and you just cut the length of the rod inside. You just measure this here, cut the length, and then glue it in. And it was as simple as that.